Hello there, this is Marcio, and this is another episode of Coding with Agents or Culture Coding with Agents. Welcome and thank you for being here. Maybe you're watching this live, the recorded version taken from a live session. That's okay. Maybe you're actually watching in the future the e- edited version of this because maybe agents are going to remix this and organize because of course from real live sessions what we have is sometimes nice, sometimes interesting, sometimes boring, but then nevertheless it is throughout the boring that we come up with the interesting, right? Okay, so that's a context there. In today's session, like other sessions, we're taking reflections from real situations of a developer, a builder. Could be you. Now it's me here, and I usually pause to record, to document, as in a stamp here, right? Documented from the real session, documenting the moment, the reflection, capturing the reflection, okay, archiving the reflection for us so that we can actually organize our ideas in terms of moving forward, in terms of management. In general, most of these sessions are about management for managers, for product managers, for founders, for leaders, for developers, builders, you name it, okay? All right. Now, the theme here, right? My this environment, what you see in the background is Visual Code, and I'm using Codex here. The version there is GPT 5.2 Codex. Okay, now I caught a situation. That's the reason for this video. And and if I have a live recording 24/7, I would probably be able to go back in time, right? But what I just saw, let me see if I can replicate to show to you what, to some extent, give you an idea what just happened a few moments ago. Here coding, you by the way using Whisperflow, which is Jarvis commander, where my keyboard is voice, right? And I use Whisperflow types in the right on the right hand side there. You see the in the codex chat uh, text area there at the bottom. All right. And I was working something there and see that's the situation right there. Go ahead and implement following the activities of this memo that we are talking about for all the changes that you make. Put a section using double hash with the changes. Let me review the code after. Okay, so basically I was saying, right, informing the agent, right, to do this for us. Okay, now let me again go back a little bit before I'm going to save this whole thing, and let's see if I can. You see, yes, this is beautiful, right? Because I can use undo. So I think I did this. Okay, so check it out. To do activities, right? In the memo, because in prior episodes I considered that, right, the meta editing is about writing memos, writing documents, and then you write the document, implement the document, write the document, implement the document. By the way, this is not that different from Bugzilla and issue-based systems, and right, product managers that are used to being driven by this document-based model structures there. And then, so check it out, this right up to this point is my, and then see, yes, see, changes came, right? Now check it out. Oh no, actually, wait, yes, here, right, Marshall, my version. Then see, changes came. See, right there, right here, it added this file to the requirements section. Okay. And then it went on and implemented. And I was able to see that. I think, thinking about that, right? It's almost like, oh, go there, please help me there. Can you go to the bank and bring me the statement there, something? And then the agent, instead going to the bank and having an ice cream, right, on the way, or because there's an ice cream store next to the bank, this agent changed the requirement, right? And said, "Oh, can you pick an ice cream for you and go to the bank and get the statement?" This is exactly what happened here. Now you're probably asking, "Oh, wait, the agent is quite creative here, right? What's the motivation?" I tell you the motivation. It's my fault because in a prior version of this memo, that file was there, you know, and I had the example there with the file, and I actually made a change. Okay, so that's why I took this picture to give it to you and to us here as a reflection, because it was right before typing this. I said, no, 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 pause the work. Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about management. And then this is what I'm about to say, right? So I am okay to not do the mistake twice, right? And fix there in a memo. So save the file and then check it out where I just said that, wrote that there using Jarvis, using voice. Just realize something from your changes. You are bringing the index MD and you also changed my to do activities. And you brought index.md, but I took that out. Apologies for not letting you know. That was the moment I decided to record this video for us and for me and for you. Because it was the moment when I said apologies to an agent. And there is a reason we say apologies, right? It's not necessarily because we're so nice, because we're making a point in retrospective, right? That, you know, that this is, when you say thanks and you're sending apologies, you're basically saying, thanks, I confirm. It's a confirmation, right? In culture spaces. And apologies, it's a confirmation that I forgot to make my job. So that's what we're doing. So for instance, in terms of defining a cultural model here, right? To some extent, what we're saying is, when we go, when it is, when the job is to let us go there and work in the key activities that we need to do, right? We're not mutating, we're not changing key activities on the fly. We implement and come back with the results to do analysis, otherwise, right? We can't change the requirements as we implement things. That's it so far, right? So it could be better, that, right? Could be. All right, so I realized that you brought back index.md to the first bullet of the activities, and also, of course, in the changes section, right? But it was my mistake that I forgot to let you know that the index.md, it's a projection file. It's not important for us. And by the way, generally, when I ask you to work in activities, I would rather not encourage us to change the bullets, right, on the fly. But it's, I confess it was my bad that I changed it without being formal and letting you know, because priorly, as I understand, right, we have considered those the index.md file there, right? So go ahead and please take now. You go ahead and take that out from the to do activities. Take it out from the changes, and if you change the code to account that file, please not revert, right? Just in this case, don't bring the index.md, okay, at all. Thank you very much. That's a quite long, right? I'm gonna send anyway. This is something it's I probably mentioned other episodes. You know, if we're what you say is what you say, right? It's like a real company, right? So by if I sometimes I agree that I should write because in writing we're editing, but also it's a good exercise to pay attention to what you're saying in public, right? Because that's the day by day when you are in a hurry, right? That's a topic for another session, by the way. By the way, have you fixed it in the code to not bring the index MD files and or you just updated the memo? Hello there. Hey, hello there. By the way, have you changed it and fixed the code, reviewed and fixed the code because we shouldn't bring the index MD and we shouldn't synchronize that index MD file, okay? Wow. Check it out. This is Jarvis going crazy. I need probably to let Whisper Flow folks know about that, right? But it is recorded in this video, right? Hello there. All right. All right. By the way, have you changed it and fixed it in the code so that we don't bring the index.md and we don't synchronize push index.md as well? Thank you very much. Fix it. Not bring index.md, we don't synchronize. Thank you very much. Maybe the reason they didn't fix the code is because I confused the AI agent, right? With when I said don't touch, that happens, right? We didn't invent that now. Yeah, now we see the changes there, right? Okay, preparing to close this session. Thank you very much. Okay.